I'm Bradley J. We're backstage at Woodstock 99 with the guy who brought a little soul to Woodstock 99. I wish they'd put you on a little earlier because we needed a little real soul at Woodstock. Thank you for coming by. It's Willie Nelson. How are you, buddy? Did you see the faces of those people out there? I saw them from in here on the monitor, and you made some new fans. Were you able to tell that from where you were?
Well, I noticed that when we first started, we had a decent audience crowd out there, but it kept growing, and by the time we got through, we really had a nice big crowd.
Yeah, because I get the sense that the kids out there were like, Korn's great and Limp Bizkit's great, but Jesus, this Willie Nelson is like the real deal. And they went, what is this? I got a sense that maybe you not only made fans for you, but for your whole genre.
Well, I hope so.
That would be cool.
I hope so. That'd be nice, yeah.
The guitar you play looks like you've had it a while, and there must be some stories with that guitar. Like, where'd you get it, and how long you had it, and where have you taken it?
Well, I've had it about 30 years now, but it started out, I had the Baldwin Company gave me some equipment. They gave me a guitar and an amp, and I busted the guitar, and I put this Martin in place of the Baldwin. So I've got sort of a strange situation, a Baldwin amp and pickup with a Martin guitar, and it really created a different sound.
Now, I couldn't help but notice your red, white, and blue guitar strap when I was looking at the guitar.
Yeah.
And that's very patriotic, but the United States government has really busted down a lot of the things you sort of stand for. And I'm always looking for a way to be proud of my country in spite of what they do. And I'm wondering how you are able to balance the two.
Well, I kind of look at it as you and I are the country, and these guys work for us.
I see. So we have to get them on the ball and get them doing what we say.
It's just that simple.
You're pretty in touch with what I consider to be the soul of America. Do you get the sense that the soul of America is a little bit sicker than it used to be, or is it pretty much the same as it always has been?
It looked alive and well out there today.
Good. So you have some hope.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of happy faces out there this morning. I didn't see any despair. I didn't see any negatives at all. And I've been watching Woodstock for the last 3 days.
Right.
And been watching the shows, and I can, the future is in good hands.
Good. You used to be a DJ, I understand. I did not know that until recently. Now, when you were a DJ, you had a lot of power, right? People would come to you because you had the power to play the song and make the hit. It's not like that today, but isn't it true that you were the one that everyone sought after and kissed the butt of?
Well, at one time, I was a disc jockey. There wasn't really that many people, swarming after me to play the records because I didn't have that big a market and I wasn't that hot a DJ. But I was, doing it to make a living and really got some good experience. Along the way, though, I found out the value of knowing disc jockeys around the country, because if you knew somebody in an area, they could play your product. I used to have the freedom of going in and grabbing a handful of records and sitting down and playing what I wanted to hear. And in those days, the disc jockeys were really powerful because they could do the same thing. Now you've got one guy, somewhere on a yacht somewhere programming all the stations.
Right. Do you get a sense that because you were a DJ, you had a better idea of what made a song popular and how to create your own song?
I just know what I like.
Right.
And I played what I liked back in those days, and now I sing, what I like.
A lot of your songs have turned out to be timeless. What are some things that you need to put into a song in order to make it timeless? Or what things keep it from being timeless?
Well, I don't know. A good song is always a good song. Stardust was a good song from the day it was written, and it still is. Fraulein, San Antonio Rose, all those songs are good songs, and they'll always be good. And what makes a song good is a matter of opinion.
Well, there seems to be a common thread between well-constructed songs, and yet you must have an idea of what that is.
I know it has a lot to do with sincerity and simplicity.
Right. Have you written a book? You may have written a book that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, I wrote a book.
Where can you find it, and what's the name of it? I'd like to get a little more...
Bud Shrake and I wrote it together. Actually,
Right.
He did the typing. I forgot. It's called Willie, I think.
Willie? Okay. What do you want to give when you go out there to your fans? They expect a certain thing from you, and you want to give it to them. What is that they expect and you really want to give them? Is it just the music, or do you want to give them something else?
Well, I want to entertain, first of all.
Right.
I want them to leave saying, well, that was a good show. That's about it. really. And each one is different, and each day you have, a different audience. So you have the same challenge every day.
There does seem to be a little more than entertainment, though. There seems to be a kernel of truth in each one. And maybe that's what they come to expect.
I think that's what real good entertainment is. If they hear what they listen to and they can hear that and say, well, yeah, that's true. Well, they're really getting entertained then.
You spend a lot of time with the music, of course, and touring and everything, but everybody's into different things at different times. What else are you into now besides the music that is really interesting to you when you get a chance?
Oh, I play a lot of golf.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
You can hit a long iron okay?
No, who
Nobody
can?
can. Okay. When you walk up to the tee,
Yeah.
what is the one thing you're trying to think of? I mean, you got to...
Hit the ball.
Just hit the ball?
Hit the ball.
You don't worry about your head staying down or...
I used to worry a
anything
lot about
fancy
all
about
that
like
stuff,
that?
but
Right.
now I've got it down to one thing. Hit the ball.
Just hit the ball. Okay, any ideas for cures for first tee jitters?
The first time that when I first started playing golf,
Yeah.
I played about a week and decided we'd have the Willie Nelson Open,
Right.
So we did in Bandera, Texas. We had a golf tournament there, and so I had about 100 people on the audience there, and when we teed off, I fanned it 3 times. I struck
In front of everybody?
in front of 100 people. So
Right.
since then, I
That's
haven't
not
worried
good.
about it.
Right.
Since then, no, I haven't had stage fright on the golf course because I've never fanned it 3 times since then.
Cool. I have a couple of CDs here. If you could tell me a little bit about the both of them. This one is produced by Daniel Lanois.
Right.
And that must be
Teatro.
really something to work with him. He's a very, very interesting and different sort of person. What different did he bring to that CD?
Well, first of all, he knew a lot of good musicians to call. He knew
Right.
he had a good phone book, and he's a great musician himself. And he and I worked a long time putting together the songs and talking about what we were going to do. We started out with a couple of 100 songs and reduced it down to 20.
Right.
And then recorded about 15 of those. But I let him carry the ball. I'd start out with just my sister and I and Mickey Raphael out of our band. And then he put together his group, and he did all the rhythms and the drums and the bass.
And Night and Day is the instrumental CD?
Yeah, this is the instrumental CD that's just released.
Anybody on it with you besides yourself of note that you want to give a
Johnny
shout
Gimble
to?
plays the fiddle on there with us. And other than that, it's me and my band.
Willie Nelson, backstage at Woodstock. Thank you very, very much for coming and playing and performing and bringing some Woodstock soul to this event.
Thank you.